Hey, digital moms. I literally just got back from Manhattan, and yeah, I wanted to let you know a couple of routines that I was doing, working on, and yeah, I want to tell you how to automate those routines, and this way you can save a lot of time for yourself. So, there's a couple of automation routines that I use to automate my commute, first of all, to make it easier for me to commute to Grand Central, and when from Grand Central all the way to work. And of course, there's a bunch of other automations that I include that saves me a lot of time on creating content. And I'm going to talk about them, how you could do this on your iPhone relatively quick using shortcuts. So one of the shortcuts that I have is when I arrive to like a train station, before I go to Manhattan, I have a little app that opens up, and that app literally shows me the train tickets. So this way I don't have to fiddle with my phone and just literally have all this ticket information available. This actually makes it really helpful, especially when you go from Grand Central back to work and from work to Grand Central, especially if you have multiple stops in between. Any of those automations add up, and they could literally save you a lot of time. Additionally, when I because I'm doing a personal brand building the very same feudal kingdom that I'm asking you guys to build as well. And as I'm doing that, of course, there's a lot of kind of apps that I'm using, and I'm using multi-app stacking technique to maximize the creativity using multiple AI apps. And when I create them, obviously, you know, like when I use one app and then stack content on top of another, content becomes exponentially more creative, and it becomes like easier, exponentially easier to get more views and whatnot, right? But if you don't do that, if you don't do multi-app stacking, then people are going to be not really so gravitating towards your content. So obviously, when I create Freedom Fusion content, I literally use not only template stacking, but within a single app like CapCut, but I'm also using a multiple app stacking technique. And of course, when I'm using multiple app stacking technique, that allows me to have more powerful videos that just kind of pop up on YouTube, on Shorts, on Reels, or like you name it. It just makes it you just have a greater chance of your video popping up because it's super creative. But that the creativity only appears when you use multi-stacking technique. Now, obviously, when I use multi-stacking technique, there's a little bit of time that it takes for me to open up an app. So obviously, when I open up an app, I don't open it up manually. I use those shortcuts, automation shortcuts in my iPhone 15. And when I do that, boom, right away, like captions app pop up. When captions app pop up, I go right away when I get to the Grand Central. The automation works based on the geo coordinates. It identifies I'm next to Grand Central. It pops up captions app. Immediately, I start using captions app to record content into it, and I vary it between content on TikTok and between captions. How do I do this? I do this, and what is the purpose? When you use native when you do native recording on TikTok directly, obviously you're going to get more traction versus if you start using app stacking and start creating and kind of directly from captions and recording it and uploading it to TikTok. TikTok doesn't like when you use any other tools, right? So obviously what I'm doing is I'm using this multiple, like really creative strategy where you utilize TikTok. Sure, at the first 15 minutes of your my commute, when I get out of train station, I do have a TikTok app that pops up. The shortcut automatically tells me, like literally, it opens up TikTok. Not only does it open up TikTok, it also opens up my GPS, so like on Google Maps. So this way I know exactly where I'm going because I have multiple offices that I may go on depending on the day. Now, of course, I have automation set up specifically per day, depending on which office, because I have three different offices that I could go to. And of course, because of that, and when I walk, for the first 15 minutes, I have TikTok that I use to create content. Then, second 15 minutes, I use captions. For this, when I use captions, content gets creative, super creative. But that, and I could use like multiple features and whatnot right away, and then eventually use combination of captions plus CapCut to go ahead and morph videos together while I do that on a train. On a train, when I come back from the train, uh, literally there's an automation as well for that also opens up my ticket, train ticket. I have an automated podcast that pops up where I learn all those secrets and come back to you and give you like all those different secrets, guys. Different types of podcasts I'm listening, and as I'm doing that, obviously those apps are popping up left and right, right? So if I'm going to be fiddling there every time I go through multiple variations, multiple stops, multiple combinations, multiple tech stacking tools and use cases as I'm iterating through all those different things, obviously it's going to be a lot of time to fiddle, right? Not to mention there's certain things that I do with FUD. FUD is an app. It's a SaaS-based app. It's a mobile-friendly app. There's thousands of other side hustlers on this app, and it's sort of like TikTok where you can create guides, which is basically sort of like my lead magnets and workshops. And of course, when I create content on FUD, I have to make sure that I track my work. So what I did is I created automations that literally, when I open up FUD app, they're literally like a timer that pops up where I hit start button right away and specify which guide I'm working on. Whether I'm working on Freedom Fusion content, whether I'm working on Freedom Fusion digital, Freedom Fusion pitch, or Freedom Fusion track. All of those are different types of feudal incubators that are basically programs for digital moms, side hustlers who are trying to discover freedom. And some of those, like Freedom Fusion Digital, focus on, of course, the core area of digital marketing, but also has hybrid skills that are not taught in college. And similarly, the other programs are like that. But the bottom line is, as I select a menu for which particular feudal incubator I'm focusing on, I'm literally specifying time. How much time am I really spending? 15 minutes. I don't want to spend more than 15 minutes on each particular task, and I kind of track all of this to make sure that I put appropriate amount of work into a particular incubator. And depending on the data, depending on how much traction I'm getting and results from community and what things our side hustlers looking for, that's the guide that I'm putting additional time into. I'm tracking all of this information with the shortcuts, nothing but shortcuts. I'm integrating those shortcuts directly into Zapier, but you could also do it with Make. So this way, the results are coming directly from all of your interactions on a mobile phone into uh, like a single screen and an Airtable. Airtable is integrated together with Notion, so this way you have a complete single pane of glass capability sitting inside of Notion, like an eagle distributing pills of freedom to side hustlers and feudal lords. This is a freedom fusion system that I could literally design for you. My feudal army can design for you. So this way you could make money, spawn money as a digital mom from multiple locations, from both side hustlers and feudal lords, and be that sort of like an eagle sitting in Notion, uh, popping pills and administrating pills with the help of what's called feudal bots, AI bots, supervised by feudal army. And of course, if you guys are interested in building your very own brand, building your very own feudal kingdom, that is basically what I can help you do. What my feudal army can help you do. Literally help you get set up with your very own Freedom Fusion system, where you get your very own go high level with chatbots, web friendly page, um, email nurturing campaigns, everything that Go High Level has to offer, plus automation blueprints in Make and Zapier to make it easier for you to simplify your digital marketing game, plus the iPhone shortcuts blueprints as well. And notice how, like, as I'm creating those videos and digging a little bit deeper into site hustling service delivery lifecycle, you could kind of see that new lead magnets out of a sudden pop up every time I talk about something. Like today I was talking about shortcuts, right? This is kind of how it works, the digital marketing, guys. When you sit there and when you overthink and just over focus on nothing but a kind of very high level type of stuff, or such as, hey, Mike, make money with this. Hey, make money with that. Hey, make money with this. It doesn't work, right? Instead, go deeper into the side hustling service delivery lifecycle of the digital mom to see what the digital moms are doing, where they're hanging out, what live chat rooms are hanging out, what are their pain points, how much time are they spending on trying to find leads, communicating with people only to realize that it doesn't work. What kind of solutions can you integrate together for digital moms that will help them fly free like a bird, and to help them, their loved ones who they're living with, how you could help them as well in the process. If you combine digital moms with their loved ones and focus on their kids and focus on what types of solution you could integrate together for them to make money, trust me, guys, you will be able to print money. Now, if you guys want to learn more about how to build your very own feudal kingdom with your very own Freedom Fusion system, get your very own Freedom Fusion system. So this way you have your own bot responding to digital moms, kind of like when I say DM the word path on Insta, I have a bot responding automatically. If you want this plus automation blueprints for iPhone 15 and other make blueprints, and get access to hybrid skills that are not taught in college, then DM path, and I'll send you a Freedom Fusion digital guide that will help you maximize your chances of success exponentially. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get going. I really probably I'm gonna get some food. Woohoo!